Welcome, comic lovers. Old comic guy back at you with another comic haul. This one is from Collector's Choice Comics. This is a local one in Phoenix, Tempe, Phoenix Metro area, Phoenix Metro, Arizona. Um, so they're one of the regular stores that I go to. Uh, this is just a regular pickup, Amazing Spider-Man #2. You realize they're not together. I'm not going to go into detail or anything else. But yeah, this is one of my regular books I pick up on a weekly basis. I'm trying a little bit different thing with the camera, so we'll see how this goes. Exciting Comics #20. This is Antarctic Press. They've picked up and have been producing Exciting Comics. Or relaunched it. So they're at #20. If you include the 69 issues that happened in the 40s and 50s, obviously by a different publisher, you'll have that this would be 89. So they're short stories, usually pretty engaged. The artwork's pretty good, but this one is just one of the ones I regularly get. This one's nice. It doesn't come out every month, so you just need to keep track of when it's going to come. And of course, this is independent. So, and then while we were there, my wife was looking around and she found this, so she grabbed it. This is Space Family Robinson Lost in Space. This is a Gold Key book, and I will clean it up, let my wife read it, and then this one is probably going to end up going to a buddy of mine that's one of the owners of Gold Key, and he's been gathering a bunch of old Gold Key stuff together before they release the new stuff, but that's still a little bit away. But anyway, so she picked it up. I thought it was great. This is a Whitman edition, Whitman variant, however you want to define it. What that means is it was actually not something that the newsstand or whatever could send back. So in the old days, comics could get returned. Long before direct edition, before comic book stores existed. And Whitman was one of the first direct edition versions of a comic. So that's pretty cool. And there it is. So she also picked up the Blue Beetle, #17. This is from mid-80s. Oh, the Space Family Robinson. The bad thing about Whitman's, you'll notice there's no number on it. So you can sometimes find it in the indicia, but sometimes you can't. This one was #37. It is in the indicia, so that's nice, but sometimes they're not, so it's kind of a pain. But that would coincide with the regular #37 for Gold Key. Blue Beetle, #17 from '87. This is the Ted Kord Blue Beetle. This one was written by Len Wein. And then Mulligan Stew. So we have a couple of these because my wife tends to buy it whenever she sees it. What's interesting about this one is this was published in '69, before the TV shows ever came about. And this was supporting the 4-H club. You'll notice that down there. And then the government's dietary thing on 4432, which was the eat right sort of thing. It was a balanced diet. It's 4 fruits and vegetables, 4 breads, 3 milks, and 2 meats. But there's a recipe for Mulligan stew. in here. There's actually quite a few recipes in this. This pre-does the TV shows. It doesn't pre-do Mulligan stew or hobo stew, as it was called many years ago. It just supposedly started in the hobo camps during the Great Depression. So that's kind of interesting. This is a precursor to the 1972 educational television program where they were musicians and they would go around. I think Michigan State University had something to do with it, also with the USDA. And they were musicians. They would go around and then the diet would come about. There was also in 1977 a TV show that had it had a couple with 3 kids, and then when their a relative, an aunt or uncle, died, they took the nieces and nephews, but the aunt and uncle was actually on the way to adopt a child in Hawaii, so they actually completed the adoption, and basically it was hard for them to make it, and it was a normal sort of thing. It was opposite shows like Three's Company, Soap, One Day at a Time, MASH, those sort of things in 77. So it never really went anywhere. I think it rated very low. It was hard to compete with those blockbusters at the time. Next, we have some CBCS graded books that I got back. The way it works with the Collector's Choice Comics, I have subscription, to get my discount and all that sort of stuff for my regular subscription books. And with that deal, I get to send back a 1975 or newer book for free, non-signed or anything else. I struggle. I don't normally slab books. I collect to read the books, but because of this, I've been sending some books. This was one I was in the store, picked it up, and it was near the end of the month. I needed to send my monthly book, so I said, let's send this one. And of course, this is really kind of cool. And then with Black Adam coming out, that does have Dr. Fate in it, this should be. I thought it was just pretty cool. It's an Ariel Olivetti variant. So this is a 9.2. Again, I just pulled it right from the shop, sent it off. Came back. These were fast passed for a while. He was doing fast passed. He did that, I guess, starting about July of this last year, 2021. Maybe it was August of 2021, and it ran through. Just recently, he went back to not doing fast pass because CBCS has upped their prices again. This was one right before. It was the last book I sent before the fast pass started, and I finally got it back. This is an Art Germ cover with of Heroes Reborn #1. This is Princess Power on the cover. It's awesome. The Heroes Reborn stuff takes the Squadron Supreme in Marvel, which is basically the Justice League. That's who they were designed to be. So this is their version of Wonder Woman, and that's pretty cool. I thought it was just a really awesome cover too. And then one of the ones that had been sent off, still in the fast pass, this is an Adam Hughes variant of She-Hulk #1, which also came back at 9.8. I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought I'd share something else. So locally, we have an artist. We actually have a few artists that are local that do signings at some of the local shops and stuff. But anyway, there's a local guy. He worked at Monster Comics, and then he went over to Collector's Choice Comics when Collector's Choice moved out into their own brick and mortar store. Anyway, Chin Potter, he's broken into the bigger leagues now. He's done stuff for Department of Truth, a cover for them, and he has a couple of other things in the works. I don't track him to know everything that he's doing, but he is doing some new stuff, and he was there. He's in the shop on a semi-regular basis, pretty regular actually. Anyway, he is creating on their mystery boxes. He did some art, and so I picked up one of them. Again, this is a while ago, but I thought I'd share it because he is at that shop on a pretty regular basis. So if you are local, Phoenix metro area, go in and see him at Collector's Choice Comics. He's not always there, but tends to be there fairly regularly, and he is doing some original stuff. So it's pretty cool. He definitely has more of a darker, grim and grittier sort of look to it, and less, I don't know, superhero-y. But yeah. Anyway, wanted to share that. Again, this one's particularly empty, but I thought it was pretty cool to share. Again, the announcement coming up, it'll be in, I think, my Why I Like Comics or Why I Collect Comics, however I'm going to word that. I do have an announcement coming up in a future video, and be on the lookout for that. Otherwise, have a nice day.